Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of the Ghostoul Podcast. Man, it's hot. I do apologise. I have a fan on because it's too hot to have my aircon on at the moment. It is a sweltering day over here in the UK at the moment. Whew. Anyway, we're going to stir things up tonight. We have an awesome guest. We have the return of the original bad boy of the paranormal. We have Mr. Ryan Griffiths.
What an intro, Miki, and absolutely a pleasure as always to be back and chatting with none other than yourself.
Thank you, man. Should be a good one tonight, I think.
Indeed, it always is.
Lots
always
to talk about.
Things happen.
Always
weird things.
Weird things, yeah.
Like, do you remember the blue bottle last time round it was going?
Yeah, I didn't see it at first. It's like, what the hell? It's like, yum.
Kept doing this the whole time. You know.
Yeah. So, sir, how have you been? You okay?
I'm absolutely tip-top. I sound very echoey at the minute because, as I explained off air, I'm in a new house. So the acoustics, I don't know how it's sounding, but to me it's very echoey. But that can only be good if you want to sing, and I love to sing.
Oh.
So yeah, I've been good, and it's just I must admit it's like a little bit of the ring. I have to dust the ring rust off for being on camera, of course.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Hello, Tracy, all the way from Australia, regular. Hope you're well, Tracy. I think if she might correct me, it's probably about 4 a.m. at the moment, so she's up ready to go.
Oh wow!
So
big up. Breakfast at Tracy's then.
Yeah, bacon and eggs. But yeah.
Hello, sausage.
Hello, sausage. Oh, he likes that. Anyway, so before we start, not putting a dampener on anything, the last time you were on the show, episode 2, it was the highest rated episode for a very, 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 very long time.
It was.
You revealed something to us that was, or to me anyway, definitely, I was very shocked and saddened. Is the world a better place now for Ryan?
I would love to say yes. In here, not really, because these things, as you know, they do take time.
Yes, they do.
And I would love to bullshit everyone and say, oh yeah, everything's lovely. It's not. I've got a lot of work to do, and there's a bigger journey to be had.
Yeah.
But physically and with the family and everything else, brilliant. As I say, we've just got a new house, we've got a new car, we're just enjoying life without the pressures of keeping up appearances and such like as usual, as you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good place.
Please behave yourself. Yeah, Ryan.
The boss is here.
So it's 2 minutes past 4,
Wow.
Tracy. Wow.
You are dedicated.
She's one of my awesome regulars. Big support from
Fair
Tracy.
play.
Thank you so much.
But you mentioned, Mickey, there about obviously the episode going top of the charts. I think Sally was sort of working it out earlier. I think it worked about 10 months or sort of something like that. But
yeah.
You know, I had an absolutely awesome time. It was difficult talking about suicide and different things, which I can give people an update on or, gloss over it really quickly. But that's also on you, Mickey, because you bring us a fantastic podcast every time, and it's just, the guests just keep getting better and better and better. So you've got to take some of that credit yourself, mate.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Yeah, I know a lot of people in the paranormal, and I like to pick certain bits from people and just try and delve that little bit deeper, into obviously people see the social media persona, what they see, maybe if they've been on telly, if they do YouTube videos, things like that. But I just like to try and, see what makes people tick, that maybe other people don't really get out of people. I don't know.
I understand where you come from. Everybody has like special quirks, or little things you either like or you dislike and whatnot. But so far as the paranormal or any other subject's concerned, does it really matter? You know, don't worry about what other people are doing. You just do you. You do your thing. If you have a passion for podcasting, for all things spooky, for mediumship, it doesn't matter. Go and just enjoy yourself. You know, stick two fingers up to everybody else and just get on with it. Enjoy it and be happy.
I've noticed that recently that
Yeah.
there's an awful lot of drama going around
Mm.
at the moment that again I keep being drawn back into indirectly just that my
Yeah.
name is there. It was my podcast
But you
that something
see,
happened on, and it's like, wow, everybody just do your own thing,
yeah.
don't get involved with each other.
But
It's
listen,
not worth it. It's really not worth it,
yeah,
believe me.
too right. I mean, I'm a product of that. I'm not going to lie. Um, I'm very contradicting saying they're actually about how just ignore it because you know yourself, I've caught myself up in that. When I've had down mental times, I've then blamed idiots that I've worked with in the past and stuff like that. And there's a little hello to them too. Hello,
It was.
sausage. Um, but anyway, you know, I mean, that's the significance of it. Those folk I've worked with in the past that's maybe upset me or maybe dragged me down or maybe sort of put pressure on me, that's actually my fault, not theirs. My fault for allowing that to happen. So what I
Yeah.
would say to folk, people in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter what you do. Nobody else, and it sounds really horrible, but nobody else really cares because in a week they're going to be off and forgetting about what you did and what you've done. So I would just keep doing you. And as I said, stick two fingers up to anyone that tells you you can't do something.
Yeah, exactly. Like you say, Diane, you have to ignore,
Correct.
and she's learning fast. Yeah, it just seems to be the last couple of months. It's the paranormal is all. There's like clashes absolutely everywhere, and it
But
is a nightmare.
did you see the post from Chip Coffee?
I saw a post today. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head
Hmm.
what it was. I thought, oh, that was
Well,
quite interesting. Yeah. Well,
just very, very briefly, it sort of
yeah.
mentioned in there that he felt that production companies and things were not really finding the funding to be able to, because the viewing figures on the paranormal shows were not getting the funding coming in, weren't getting the viewers watching. So he reckons that there's going to be a sort
And
of a
Mark,
halt in paranormal shows. Hey, Mark.
don't know. Maybe
But
this. Well, we only have one in the UK anyway, so
well, this is it. And
we're all
the reason I
right. It's
mention
just
it is
the Americans.
because,
They're all on the apps, aren't they? The streaming Discovery
yeah,
Plus. So
all of them.
yeah.
But the thing is, do people want to see paranormal shows on TV? And if we do, then we need to be getting advertising. We need to be showing our stuff and promoting our stuff out there as much as possible because for the likes of Chip and other people, they are of the belief that there's a decline in interest in the paranormal. So what is happening?
I would not agree with that at all.
No,
It just
yeah.
keeps getting bigger and bigger. The amount of teams
Mm.
that are coming up, more events companies turning up,
Yep.
especially our side. I mean, I can't speak for Americans because I'm not there, but um, definitely this side, it is only getting bigger.
Well,
And
this is what
but like you say about TV shows and that, I
mm,
think with TV shows, they restrict you of what you can do, etc.
correct.
Can't do this, can't do. This is what we want to see. Doesn't matter if it's not real. We want to make it scary so that people, oh, I want to see that. Um, but with YouTube, I think YouTube for me, I watch more
Yes,
YouTube than TV. All the time I'm on YouTube. There are so
and my
many,
kids do.
yeah, awesome teams coming up. Um, Diane was part of. Hello, Diane. she
Hi,
is
Dan.
she's involved with Supernatural UK, which is
All right.
based, or it started off in Somerset, with lots of great people. You probably know them, and they are producing very good quality, like broadcast quality
Yes.
shows for
Yes.
YouTube, and I really think that is the way forward. I think
Yeah, I
TV
agree.
as a whole will phase out, and you can have some big YouTubers. They have millions and millions of subscribers. TV shows can only wish to get 100,000 views on their
Well,
shows each week. So
I know that
crazy.
when we did Spook Scotland, the episode that I particularly filmed, when that hit there, that went and did over 300,000 live viewers.
Yeah,
But like you say, you can get millions on a certain.
YouTube.
Yeah, you can get millions and millions of views on there. Now,
Yeah,
Shell is a fantastic lady. I did a podcast with her not so long ago, and also got her book, which is absolutely fantastic.
yeah,
But the reason I mention about Chip and, of course, your point there is because that's exactly it. Why worry
Craig.
about what other people are doing? Because there's one person saying that there's a decline. There's one person saying that it's getting more popular, certainly here in the UK, like you just made that point. So
Mm,
why worry about it? Just keep going, keep doing your thing. Don't worry about the ratings on TV because that will distract you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, good point, Mark.
you can be the director, the producer, and the star of
Yeah.
YouTube, which I think is amazing. It's really going to show. Some people have made it on YouTube, and they create amazing footage. They go to some amazing places,
Yeah.
and it's just so easy, to watch. It's
Well, that's
YouTube.
it.
You know.
And the thing, the younger generation are on YouTube all the time, so it's
Oh yeah,
it's
of course they
ideal.
are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For everything, not just the paranormal, for kids shows, for football,
Yeah.
for sport, for highlights of things, wrestling, whatever.
That's
Couple
it.
of
Just
legends on tonight.
it has
Thank
absolutely
you, Craig.
everything. Well, I don't know about a couple, but Mickey absolutely. At one point maybe, but no, I think at the minute you just need to just keep moving forward. That it just don't worry about what other people are doing. But typical human nature, we always worry about what Mr. and Mrs. Smith are doing, don't we?
Exactly, and that is the problem. I think people
Yeah.
need to just concentrate on yourselves. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You know,
That's it.
but
And
but I
then
do.
there's another thing. When there's some people watching out there that will get that
It,
pressure from other people.
Karen, she's another lady who is part of the Supernatural UK.
That's it.
So
And doing a fantastic job as always. Hello.
yeah, Jen from Willows,
Jen, hello. How are you doing, stranger? It's good to see so many people popping in and saying hello.
stay in your own
Stay in your
lanes.
own lanes. Very good point.
Yeah,
And, as I said, at the end of the day, people only get jealous when you do well. So you must be doing something right. Just keep going.
exactly.
Don't give up.
No. So we've mentioned Spook Scotland.
Hmm.
You've done a few TV shows over the years.
Yes.
Which was the first one you did?
The first one I did would have been Katie Price, I believe. Katie Price, My Crazy Life.
Yeah.
She had this alleged spooky mansion. She contacted myself and a former colleague to go down and sort of see what we could pick up on. And I suppose for camera's sake, do like a psychic walkthrough. But you mentioned at the start there, at the top of the show, you were saying that, oh, brain fart. I've just a brain fart. That's not good when you're live, is it? Whoa, action. But no, you were saying about how certain things you can't do certain things, or you can do certain things when you're with production teams and you're
Oh yeah, yeah.
filming for shows. And there was so much more to be filmed. We filmed all day, like from about 8 o'clock in the morning right through to tea time, but the snippet was about 4 minutes or 5 minutes long, and there's so much more they could have used.
That's the thing. They just want the little bits, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, Gayla loves the Sherwood Forest video. That was a very interesting video.
Do you know, it's funny because you also mentioned about my weight loss, and just the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and I showed him the picture where you were pointing at the carrier bag that you put on my boot, remember? And he looked at that picture and he went, "That's not fucking you." I said, "I'm telling you." I said, "I promise you, that is me." But he wouldn't have it, So,
No,
but
it's,
that was. Do you remember the weird guys on the mopeds? I mean, sorry, on the quad bikes.
yeah. So just to give you a quick
Weird.
story, we were there in the daytime filming, weren't we? Getting some
That's
day
right. Yeah, yeah.
footage, etc. Looking round, and then obviously we had that naked man just walking through the middle of Sherwood Forest when there was
I
kids
forgot about that
around,
actually.
and he was like, "What the hell is going on?" you know, turns
You know,
out
like
there's
where do you look?
a nudist part, wasn't there? A nudist
Well, we
area in
didn't know
Sherwood
that
Forest.
though. Yeah.
No, we didn't know.
No, no. We just
And
walked straight into it. Like, what the hell's going on?
sat down with a newspaper. Yeah.
I'm sure right like that. Please tell me that you just saw that, like, because
Yeah.
the thing is as a medium, you do see things like that from time to time, albeit not quite that lucid, like that right in front of you, that physical. But there is at times where you think, was that a spirit? Was this something that Mickey'd seen? But wow, I can believe it.
We
I
should have
can believe it.
realised that was going to be the start of it all.
Yeah, because it did go a bit Pete Tong later on, like,
It did. So obviously we went
Yeah.
away, got some food. We come back in the evening, and obviously Ryan's walking through the forest with a carrier bag with his moon boot because he's got a broken ankle, and we're walking like 2-3 miles into the middle of Sherwood Forest in the dark. Then it starts raining, like
Yeah,
crazy
but not just
rain.
normal. It was
Like,
like proper torrential rain.
yeah, and yeah,
And
Janet was there. Yeah, she was
yeah,
saying she wanted to fight you.
yeah, and she said Sherwood. I'm sure, did she say Sherwood Forest or
She
something
said
like that?
something along those lines. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about where we were in reference to where we actually were.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I remember we were there. We must have probably left. Where was it? The what bowl was it? The witch's
Oh,
bowl.
the Witch's Bowl. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Witch's
that's
Bowl.
where we ended up. That was our final part of the investigation, which was proper creepy. I must say, I've never been to that bit before.
Yeah, and the worst bit about it was being scared of the dark, which, if you're watching and you don't know, I am absolutely genuinely scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's exactly so true. But the beauty of it is, Sal, things that happen unexpectedly are always the best.
Mm.
But the worst bit about it was, had there been any safety, I mean, Mickey, you talk about the rain, but if I had to fallen over, how would you have dragged my ass out of that forest? I have no idea. I think you would have just had to say, go on, go on, go on without me. Just go, save yourself.
I'll be back when it's light
Yeah.
with a ranger.
Or it'd be like Blair Witch.
It was literally like that. Just seeing the green screen on my camera,
Yeah.
see where we were going. But yeah, so obviously we finished there maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're heading back, trying to remember the trail in the dark, and that was fun in itself. And
Yeah.
we were walking. There was like a little, very narrow path, wasn't there?
Yeah, because I had to follow you because I couldn't see. So I was
Yeah,
like,
we
come
had
on.
to. And it led straight to actual where the car was parked on the side of one of
Yeah.
the side roads around Sherwood Forest. And we must have been, I don't know, 100 yards from the road. And we saw these lights behind us, didn't we? And we
Well,
thought,
you
what
said,
the fuck?
what's that? And I was
What
like,
the
what?
fuck is them lights? You know?
Yeah. And
It's
I
like there's
thought
no.
it was like a couple of guys with like torches doing maybe the same thing that we are doing, or
Yeah.
something similar. Because as you said, there's teams popping up all the time. But then I
Yeah.
heard the engines, and I looked at you and I thought, what the is going on here? Like,
Yeah. And we obviously moved to the side, and it's like a gravel track, dirt track going through. And these two youngish lads on quad bikes
with
with
weird tanks.
with balaclavas,
Yeah,
and they're like big drums, didn't they? Empty drums on the
that's it.
back that they were
Yeah.
carrying. And then they drove past us, looked at us, and then they stopped, didn't they? I
And
said,
I
"What the hell?
shit myself if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Like,
what are you doing in the woods?" You know, I
yeah.
can't even remember. We'd say, "Oh, we got." I can't even remember what we said
Mate,
to him. To be fair,
you took control at that point because I genuinely shat my load because yes, I've done boxing, but I have a broken foot. It's raining. I'm overweight, and I thought,
Same
what
with
the
me.
hell am I going to do here?
Yeah. And in the end, they just left, didn't they? Within like a couple of seconds, they said, "Oh,
Well, they didn't even say anything. You just gone.
yeah." I don't even think we spoke.
Well, we
But then
got.
we could see the road getting closer and closer, and
Yeah.
they did actually. I thought they were going to come out and turn around and come back at us, but they didn't, and that
Well,
was
we didn't hang about after that. We
no,
were
no, no,
gone.
no. We
Yeah.
we got to the road, and then my car was like 10 yards to the side.
But wasn't it a weird series of events? Because when we met up in the car park further down the road, it was lovely sunshine. it was quite warm when we were walking along the side of the road and everything, and then this rain just came out of nowhere, and it was apocalyptic.
In the daytime,
Absolutely,
yeah. It's very
yeah.
strange, yeah. That's why
Must be
Ryan
where.
makes me go first.
Well, listen, if
You
all
go.
else fails, just kick the wife through the door first. Say off you go, go to.
Sounds like a wild night. It was, it
It
was.
was,
But they're
yeah.
the best, like you said, they're the best nights. You know, you
Hmm.
get it all on video.
But do you know that's the thing? If I'd have fallen over in the mud, do you know what? I don't think we needed magic mushrooms.
No,
We didn't need them.
it would have been nice, but
Well, yes.
Mr. Bloody Smith's piece.
Mr. Blobbies. Do you know what? It actually felt like that because I remember at one point that path that we were walking on was so slippy and slidey that I
Oh
thought
yeah,
I'm a goner here, like But
but
yeah,
the good thing was when the daytime, as we were walking through from basically from the road where we started from, we had that big white feather just fall in front of us. Do you remember?
yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think I remember that. Um, there was
So
another bit, wasn't there? Did we see? Oh, something happened at the. I'll have to rewatch the episode. I feel really bad now, but it was so long ago. We'll need to do something again because that was quite a few years ago now, wasn't it? About 4 years ago, maybe.
was it before COVID?
I can't remember. No, it couldn't have been because if I was. No, wait a minute. It
When
might
did you break
wasn't
your
it?
foot? It was your last marathon you did. When was your last marathon?
3 years ago.
Uh,
Yeah. So it
yes,
must have
20.
been.
Yes, yeah, 22.
Yeah,
2022. Yeah, it was
that's
that
about
summer.
right.
Yeah, we did loads of episodes there, didn't we? We did Delapre
We did.
Abbey as
Yeah,
well.
we did. I've still actually got a load of photographs from when we did the Druids Temple
Oh yeah,
and
Druid's Temple up in whatever it's
Ripon.
called, Ripon. That's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's a stunning place, guys. If you're watching, go onto Google, check out what's it called? I believe it's called. Is it the Druids Temple at Ilfreton or Ilf something like that, Ilton or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. Then if you put in Druid's Temple, I think two come up, but you
Yeah,
want the
the one in
one.
North Yorkshire. That's it.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. I love that. That was an amazing place. So
Well,
spiritually active. They made the bloke who made it. He did it. He based it on Stonehenge, didn't he? Like
that's
200
right.
years
That's
ago.
right.
Yeah.
And he paid, I think it was a shilling to every man who helped. And at one point, he paid like a not a groundskeeper, but a hermit to live in there. But I think he only lasted like 6 months or something like that. But there's a big cave and it's got a table and it's amazing,
It is.
absolutely amazing.
It is good. How did you think? Well, what did you think about it, Diane? You said you've already been there. Let us know what you thought of it. Because
I've been there a couple of times, but
oh, have you? Yeah.
it's very. How do you explain it? It's very strange because it feels like that feeling when you're walking through a forest like we would have done at Sherwood, and you always feel that there's people looking at you or people watching you. That's how that place felt. There felt like a really an intensity of people watching you. Of course, you can't physically see anyone, but it is
No.
as if people are hiding in the trees. Proper spooky place.
Yeah.
Now, me and
I
Sally went there and thinking, was it 2011? Maybe I think it was
yeah.
something like that.
I actually thought that it was more creepy and active, as it were, in the surrounding woodland.
Yes, yes.
It could be because
But
there was always kids and old people turning up,
this
getting in the way.
probably. As long as you don't come across a dog in sight, because it could be one of them places.
I imagine it is where you park your car.
She does like the mushrooms, doesn't she?
Diane knows where the stashes are.
The mushroom connoisseur.
Yeah. Hey, Mickey. What's up, Ryan? Hope as well.
Hey,
Ali, you all mate? Hi,
how's it?
Diane.
How's everybody doing? Make sure if you want to ask a question, chuck a question
Dogging.
in the comments.
Yeah, give Ryan your questions as we go along.
Let's be having it.
Byland Abbey in North Yorkshire.
That rings a bell. You
See,
see, that was in a paranormal investigation team called Spirit Finders UK. They're still up and running. You can still check them out on Facebook. But I was a co-founder of that, so I covered a lot of North Yorkshire and the Dales and different places like that.
Yeah.
So that's sort of my start-up point. That's sort of where I started.
Yeah, see, I'm a southern softie, so going up north, I get a bit of a headache.
And that's
You
just
know,
listening to me.
or that.
I could talk a glass eye to sleep though on a good day.
He has. So, do you miss the TV side? Because
No.
what?
Well,
Wait there. Yeah, you did. Sorry, you did Katie Price. What else have you done? Just to let us know. Let's
well,
get some order in this.
in front of the camera, we're talking Katie Price would be here, and then it was, make sure I get this in the right order, Spook Scotland, and Jack Osborne for his Haunted Homecoming, which was the most recent one that I did for Discovery Plus. I did a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but do I miss it? Yeah, yes and no. I think it's probably like I don't know, 70, I don't know, maybe 50-50, we'll say. Because I enjoy being in front of the camera. I enjoy, like anybody else, the attention that you get, treated like a king for the day, or whatever. It's amazing. It's a hell of an experience. And if you get an opportunity to film, go do it. Why not? And that's what I did. I had a lot of people in the spirituals churches background and stuff sort of pointing their finger at me saying, you shouldn't be going on TV doing this. But that's just an old school way of thinking, in my opinion. I think if you're going to teach at a later date, which is what I hope to do with my spirituality and different things, then you've got to learn as much as you can. And I suppose that's all walks of life, isn't it? Whether it's a job or whether it's whatever, you've got to learn as much as you can.
Oh yeah,
You're
definitely.
always learning. But
So
there's an element of it that you just, like I say, they'll forget about you in a week. So
Oh yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't put all your eggs into one basket, and think,
No.
it's all about the TV, because you know yourself, Mickey.
I did that, and I was humbled very, very quickly.
Yeah.
Silence.
Well, would you like some controversial stuff? Now, I don't know whether I
Yeah.
mentioned this in previously. Bit of an understatement, Ryan. Come on. It's Mickey. But I'll not say the name of the show because I'm actually really good friends with him. I don't want to. It's not about pointing fingers. It's just about an example. So we talked about COVID. I contracted COVID while filming a particular TV show, and also some severe food poisoning. And the production team, because there was no other medium, I approached the producer and said, look, pulled him aside, and I sort of said, listen, I'm really, really not well here. I don't think that I can go in front of camera. I might need to go home. And he said to me, you do realise, if you go home, there is no show. This show is for you. This show, we need you for this. You're the man. You're the main man.
Yeah.
Of course they tell you that.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and did it. I phoned the wife and I said, look, I was nearly in tears. I was like, I'm really bad. And the production team, all they did for me was say, right, stay at the hotel for the first part of the day. We'll film other stuff that we were going to film in a day or two. We'll do that now to give you time to get well. So I literally had to get well within a few hours. And what you saw me on that show, I was as sick as it. Every time I came off camera, I was being sick, or I was away sneezing my guts up outside. I was in a bad way. And they didn't give a shit. And then when I got home, a few weeks later, I got a phone call from one of the producers that said, the show's gone to Discovery. They've looked at it. They've decided that this is how we want to go. However, it doesn't really involve you because they say that you're too Scottish.
In Scotland.
I'm pretty sure somewhere in some far big thick law book somewhere, that is racist. Because, you know what I mean? I just thought, I remember being dumbfounded, just looking at the phone going, hang on, I'm too Scottish for a Scottish show. But what I will say is, if in case anybody does know Yes, I'm still in the Shetlands, mate. Absolutely. Mickey had a great job trying to find my location, actually.
Couldn't find me. It took me to Belgium and France, but I can't spell Scottish names, so it's fine.
I tell you what, 10 points to anyone that can find my location with ease. Now, I won't tell you my postcode, but what I will tell you is look for Stumbra Head, Shetland. Give it a go.
You see Ryan waving on the map.
I'll wait till Google Maps, car goes round and I go.
So Ali's saying, wait, Ryan did Katie Price. Ryan, why are you not telling us here?
Well,
What you're not telling us? He's been on Dad's Lads and Kebabs and spilled a lot of stuff that he could say in one of
do
the
you know what?
episodes. So
I'm actually going to say Mickey links or can tell you where to find that episode. Go watch it.
I can't. Episode 18, if I remember rightly, the first time you were on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
go
the
check.
one. So
That's the
if
one.
you want to find out, go look, go watch.
Yeah, that's a good link. I like that. Well, I'm trying to catch up on messages now.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Hi Tracy again.
I did the same going on Psychic TV. They were like, "This isn't the right pathway, etc." Did it anyway.
Well,
Oh, that was B from like the Spiritualist Church, I presume.
yeah, I mean that's exactly it. Just whether it's the right thing to do or not, you need to learn. How can you learn if you don't make a fuck up or two in life? You know, and those fuck ups are not always on you. Sometimes it's people saying, "Oh, you're no good," or it doesn't work out, or whatever. Who cares? Crack on. But yeah, too Scottish. High Hunted Moment. C&D. Oh my
C&D,
God,
wow, they've popped up again. Hello.
That's a blast from the past.
Yeah, they popped up a few weeks ago, and it's like, wow, they're back.
Do you know, the last time, and I hope they got it sorted out, they were coming to see me, and they came they booked a hotel, but the actual hotel closed down and took all their money from their booking and everything. It was absolutely horrendous.
Who did?
So C&D booked a hotel to come and see me,
Okay.
but the hotel took the booking and took the money and then shut down and disappeared. You know, the whole hotel just shut down and they never got their money, I believe.
That's crazy. That sounds like a paranormal event that happened.
Well,
Para
yeah.
Unity 2. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone was on the motorways turning up, and somebody nicked the money.
Yeah, can't think who that was.
Oh, it's
But-
publicly that went
No.
crazy. That did.
Mate, that was insane. I remember for that we had new logos, everything all done, and it just went to shit.
Yeah, the first one was good though. I met an awful lot of people in the paranormal on that day. I think I met you for the
Well,
first time there as well.
Yeah, and
On that
I
event.
remember Andy Bailey. He walked into the room and he had his little rucksack on and he's coming. So Andy Bailey's obviously in for Ready, if folk don't know, who does all your paranormal equipment. So anyway, he's come in, little bag, and he just walks into the room. He's not sure of anyone. And I just went, "All right, Andy." And he went, "How the hell did you recognise me?" I went, "Psychic, mate."
Because you only see his hands in the videos.
Well, that's what I was going to say next. But he said, "You're the only person that knew who I was." There you go.
Yes, Craig, it was. That was
Yeah.
the first time I met you.
Well, I done one with Craig. Was it Harwich? He'll be able to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was Harwich. Community is wild. It would slow down. No, listen, I'm not wise. Mickey will tell you that. No, I'm not wise. I've been around the block like way too many times. Yes, I thought it was Harwich. Yeah. It's people like yourself, Michelle, and others that are who I look at as amazing, because without you people, myself, Mickey, and many others wouldn't be doing it. And I'm pretty sure if your viewers weren't watching your podcast, Michelle, then where would you be with that? So I take great pride in the amount of people and genuine souls that I've met since I began. D&D. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, we
brilliant.
met you there. Russ was there from
That's
Wednesbury. I can't remember. Mark Williams, I met him the first time at that event as well.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think who else was there now.
I'm sure C&D were there.
Andy,
Obviously,
yeah,
Andy
Andy
was
was there. Yeah.
yeah.
Who
Um,
else? It was a big
they,
event because I
they're all
remember there's
they're all
quite
in
a
my
few.
video. I filmed everybody.
You did. Now, where can we find that video, Mickey?
On this channel, Miki York Ghost Hunter YouTube. It's their Para Unity event. I think I called it. It's from and it's frozen. What year was that? That was pre-COVID though.
It had to
17,
be,
18?
yeah.
Gotta be.
Yeah, it was a while ago, like, definitely. But
Yeah.
the village there, you're mentioning about the village, yeah, it was, I had some many a crazy night. We had did some good stuff there with Janet. Um, do I think it was haunted? Yeah, to a degree, I suppose. Was a lot fabricated? Absolutely. So there you go.
Oh, at the village.
Yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely.
What? You don't mean bamboo doors, do you?
Well, interestingly, if you watch, just watch the door, man. Just watch the door and watch it enough times. Make your own decision. Believe me when I tell you that there's no ghost.
Who are you gonna
And
call?
well, you need to call me because I speak the truth. So what you need to do, right, is you need to go to Mickey's other episode. The last time I was on, the one that he talks about, which is episode 2 of Ghostoul Podcast,
Yeah.
make sure you check it out. And in there, I talk about the village and what my opinion is and different things.
Yeah.
But do I think it's haunted? Nah.
I thought the cells bit, or wasn't cells, but they made it look like a cell. I thought that bit
Yeah.
where the piano was as well. We had some
That's right.
quite interesting stuff on voice recording equipment there. I think we captured a voice down there at one point. So Mark saying it's the first time I met him and I set me up. I didn't set you up. I was told to bring Janet downstairs with Ash. Ash told me. I didn't realise. I didn't even know who you were, Mark, at that point. This is the first time I'd met you, and it was a case of, oh, Mark don't like dolls. I thought, okay, I've got Janet with me. There you go. And you brought the SLS camera down. You were looking around, and then they made you go towards Janet that was in the corner, and it was like, yeah, Mark was not a happy boy.
Well,
But fair play.
I've got some footage of when I filmed the part before we hooked up with Janet in the cell, or it might have been after, and I was there on my own, and there was a couple of dolls there, wasn't there? I'm sure we had a couple of dolls set around there. I'm sure there was. But anyway, I've got this piece of footage where I'm sitting with a couple of dolls, and one of them moved, and I absolutely shit myself, like big time.
Yeah, there we go. Janet went in the papers after Village. Craig took pictures, and it looked. I think he was working with Janet and another group, and he took a photo, and it looked like she had eyelashes. Well, for those that don't know, she has no eyes. She has the big cavities, and it looked like in the picture that she grew some eyes. It's crazy. That went all over the national press, the Star, the Mirror, everything,
Yeah.
Daily Mail. So thanks, Craig.
Definite legend.
Yeah, that was a good night.
It was a good venue. I had many a good night there. And,
Yeah.
Of course, what people have to remember when you talk about venues and saying whether they're haunted, some are and some are not. You might think it's weird when a medium walks in and says, the venue's not haunted.
There's Janet. She's there.
Hi,
There's her
Janet.
head. Hello, Janet. Yeah. Evil
But-
bitch. I hate her.
Well, don't say that. She'll slap you in a minute.
She slaps me when I'm in my bed.
I swear to God, if I see a tiny little doll hand coming from the side, be like him off of, is it Scary Movie or something with a little hand?
Oh yeah. Take my strong hand.
My strong hand.
Yeah.
Ross,
It was
Matt, and
me.
Janet
Yeah.
doing
That's
Yeah, yeah.
doing. Yeah. Spit bus station. Yeah. It was.
But it was, I enjoyed it. And we had a fantastic Halloween episode there as well once. And they did the Haunted Live there, I think, at one point as well.
Yes, I think so. But then talking about this event, this is what some people's teams, individuals, they don't want to work with others. They don't want you to work with others. But this, for me, is a very negative thing. I love working with as many people as I can to network, to see how how they work, maybe get ideas of experiments, like how to investigate, maybe they're more experienced, or just to finally meet people you speak to online, a bit like parameets and those sort of things. This is what I love to do, to get everybody together and just have a massive paranormal investigation. There we go. Let's
But it has
sort
to
this
be.
out. Let's try and sort this.
But it has to be because,
Exactly.
well, yeah, exactly. It's about coming together. Um, a lot of people, like you say, don't like you working with them, or some
Yeah,
may be
Mark.
happy. But remember, it's an investigation. You need to investigate the people and the subject. So you need to go and see people and how they work. Otherwise, you're not really doing a proper investigation. You want to see how everybody works.
No, because no one's an expert. We're all
That's
learning.
it.
We should be learning every single time we go out and investigate in the paranormal. Because not every night is the same. Not everything is the experience is going to be the same, and there could be things that are natural answers that you just don't know because you've not experienced them, and someone else you're working with can say, "Oh, that's because of that," and you're like, "Oh, okay, that's good." So in future, you realise, "Oh, it's not a ghost," you know,
So that's
and
it.
that's a good thing to do.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah,
just adjusting my screen.
lots of gossip as well. Yeah, finding out about what others do, and
Well, that's
yeah,
it, and it's a good thing because it gives you an insight into like the ones that you're not that don't do things right. I mean, I sit there and say don't do things right, but actually there is no right or wrong way to do anything.
no,
Different
it's
dynamics can help. Yeah, absolutely. And
it's
there's no shame in being a medium and going into a place and not picking something up, but another medium walks in straight behind you and picks up everything. Exactly. Not everything is a ghost. Absolutely not.
I think she was being facetious there.
Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. So, what are the future plans for Mr. Ryan? Are you ghost hunting in the Shetland Isles? Are you going to Scotland? Are you coming back to England? Anything planning for this year or for the near future?
Well, I've got some mediumship coming up. I'm going to be
Okay.
demonstrating some mediumship in Middlesbrough soon. And I'm going to be sort of getting back on the circuit with that. I've got a lot of invitations to go down to Stansted Hall, obviously down in Stansted, which is the big, if you want, the big mecca for spiritualism and different things like that. It's a college.
Ah.
Mediums come from all around the world. I suppose it's a spiritualist Harry Potter Hogwarts, like, you know. Um, so I'm going to go
Oh.
there, and I'm going to go back to old school. I loved sitting in my old circle. So as a training medium, as I was coming through, I was doing a lot of meditation. I'd sit with 4 to 6 different people. Yeah, Arthur Findlay, exactly. The great legend that is Arthur Findlay, who also worked alongside many, many famous people, including some who tried to disprove spiritualism. Yeah, I get confused because I look at the comments and sometimes there's an ever so slight delay.
Scottish
Scottish as
is.
well, yeah. But I wasn't too Scottish for them. I wasn't
No,
too
that you
Scottish for
you're
them.
okay there.
Yeah, in England.
Yeah. So Ryan, Craig remembers at how it's you see a full on figure walk into the moat. Oh wow,
Hmm.
no one was there.
Was that when I was having a cheeky cigarette and we were sort of talking? We were talking about future plans and different things. I'm sure something happened then. I'm sure it did. It is Jen. I mean, Jen, bless her heart. My goodness me, she has been on a journey over the past few
Mm.
years. Bless her. And sometimes I sit here and think about my own life and think, I'm sitting here moaning at times, and yet there's people like Jen who has had their whole worlds turned upside down. Of course, Eddie Frey's anniversary was recently as well, bless him.
Yeah,
God
a couple of
rest his
days ago.
soul.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know it's bringing it down a notch, but it humbles me that so many people have actually been very caring and understanding about what I have been going through, which as a man we don't get to speak much about our depressions. And I will say now live on air, I have depression, I have mental health issues, I am not 100% well in my head, because I have seen a lot of traumas, I've experienced a lot of different things, and it's quite sobering to think that despite my low points, despite my difficulties, I'm still here. And I'm only here because people believe in what I do and people give me hope. And
Yeah.
when I look at these teams like Mark and Haunted X and all these other different teams, Jen included, the Witch and the Willow, all of them, it's good to see them and get that love back for it again, and want to keep moving and keep going forward. You know.
Yeah, it ignites your spark, doesn't it?
It does. And I thought when after my cancer scare a few years ago, no, I'm just me. I'm just me. I promise you, I'm not a trooper. I'm not anything special. I'm just a Scottish moany-arsed human being. Who, do you know what I mean? We all have troubles. It's about how you move on from that.
Yeah.
And although I don't talk to my former colleagues now, I would say that one of them said a very
Snap.
wise thing, and he said, "Why worry about what you can't affect?"
Exactly. I think people go through stages over the years of really good friends, betrayal, struggling to trust again,
Yeah.
finally finding people you can trust. I think I've
Everything
I've
for a reason.
I've gone full circle, and my circle is so close,
Mhm.
so tight. You know, there's not many people in my circle now, but I've got a nice hardcore group,
And
and
that's how it needs to be.
it needs. But I've only learned that because of my age. You know, when you're young, you want as many friends as you can. Oh yeah, they're my friend. Who said they're not your friend? They're
No,
using you for what they can gain from you.
that's
And
right.
unfortunately, the younger mind cannot process this or doesn't want to see it, maybe. But I
And
think
that's it.
as you get older, it does help. And for me, I've learned so much in the last 3 years. And I thank the paranormal gods for what happened to me and what was done to me has been the best thing that ever happened to me,
Yeah.
paranormal wise. So I thank you. you
You
know,
know when on that you know when things get difficult. Well, it doesn't need to be morbid like depression, just difficult.
no.
And you think, I can't be asked, or I can't be, I can't be bothered doing this and whatnot. But you always find the spark. No matter how much I've tried to get away from the paranormal, no matter how much I've tried to distance myself from it, it always keeps pulling me back. And everything happens for a reason. Everything absolutely happens for a reason.
Hmm.
Emotional vampires. Just be kind. Well, yeah, that's it. It takes nothing to be kind. The most powerful asset that we have is the power of a smile.
Yeah, exactly, Ali.
Well, that's it. Um, don't get me wrong. When I did these events and I did the TV stuff, I absolutely loved it. You got kicked in the teeth, but it made me. Yeah, that's it. And I'm
Sorry.
the same. If you tell me I can't do something, guaranteed I will do it.
I'm doing it, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And this the thing that I learned again. I don't want to be morbid coming back to the cancer scare and stuff, but it did give me a reawakening where I did kind of think, at the end of the day, you've got one chance at this. You really have. We've just we've just lost our mother-in-law, and I don't mean to upset my wife, who's currently watching now and still grieving. We're all still grieving really bad,
Sorry to
actually.
hear that.
Thank you. We laid her to rest in a place called Huntingdon, obviously in England, Cambridgeshire, and what a
Yeah.
beautiful place! What a beautiful send off for a beautiful lady. But the thing is it's when things like that happen in your life, like certainly when my own mother died, I thought, what the hell? What am I going to do now? I've got nobody to look up to. I've got no mother to go and borrow a tenner off of, or whatever the case may be. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, and when that hit me, I just thought, wow, what I've done in life is so unimportant. In that aspect, I put so much into what I did, like my paranormal, my mediumship, and I thought I was the most important person in the world because that's the smoke that was getting blown up my arse. That's what my
Yes,
colleagues were doing.
people do
They
that,
were
yeah.
telling me that I was amazing just so that it helped them. But the significance of life and death, once your number's punched, that's it. So don't waste time. Get out there. In
Oh,
fact,
yeah.
when you're finished this, guys, I know I'm going off on one. I did tell you I'd talk a glass eye to sleep. But I promise you, everything else that was spoke about tonight, here's one thing I want all of you watching to remember. When this finishes, stop what you're doing. Look across the room at your partner, your children, whoever it is, your mum, your dad, it doesn't matter. And stop what you're doing, put your phone down and go give them a hug and tell them that you love them. Because do you know what? See, when tomorrow comes, they might not be here, and that's the hard fact of it. And
Yes.
don't waste time.
No, because you never know how long we've got.
That's it. Time is precious.
Yeah. It doesn't cost anything to smile. Exactly. You can make someone's day. Exactly.
Oh, God bless you. I'm sorry to hear that too, yeah. It does, it does, it does. And it's and the worst thing is as well, it's the nothingness that comes with it, because like who do you talk to? You can't ring your mother up, and you know, as I said, I don't want to talk about it too much and upset my wife, because she's probably upset now, and I'll probably get an ear bashing when I go through there. But I just feel that it's an important thing to mention, that you know, you haven't got a lot of time on this earth. What age are you, Mickey?
46 in a couple of weeks.
I'm 43 soon.
You young man.
Yes,
Young
I am,
man.
Grandad. Wait, listen, let's not argue about the greys and the beards again. Let's not do that.
No, exactly.
But you know, when you work out that you're 40 odd years old, there's not a lot of time left. You've already probably done half of your life. So.
Over, yeah, probably.
Let's not waste time.
Exactly. Yeah, Cancer taught me what's important in the dramas, and just humbles me every day. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Again, that's it. And that's what I was referring to about humbling. I just felt so humbled that people gave a shit. Do you know what I mean? Because yourself, you came and, well, that day that I broke my leg and we went to Sherwood, again, another day to help me get out, because I wasn't really going out at that point.
Exactly.
Love life to the max and feel... Absolutely. Absolutely. But what am I doing going forward? That's what we want to know.
Yeah.
Well...
So you're doing this medium event in Stansted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going to Stansted. I'm going to be doing a demonstration of mediumship. I can happily, if people want to keep an eye on my socials, you'll see an advert go up about that, and you're welcome to come along. But here's what I'm going to do that's going to be very controversial. It's going to shake up the mediumistic online world, so to speak. I'm going to be doing readings, because that's, again, something that I started many, many moons ago. I want to get back into that, doing like online readings. Only they're all going to be free. So there'll be no charge for a one-to-one readings with myself or anything like that. It's all free. Because I hear a lot, and I have heard a lot over the years about mediums are just taking your money, mediums are con artists, mediums are charlatans. So I just thought, well, it is a very good point, and we're all living in a very tight financial world at the moment. So I'm going to be doing live free online readings. You can book readings with me by just dropping a message, and I'll be sort of doing so many free readings per month. And the rest of the time, I'm going to be going out and doing my demonstrations of mediumship, going back to places like Sherwood and East Drive and all these other different places, and just going back to basics.
So will these be private, or are these on TikTok, or
no?
Because I know you used to do some on TikTok. I remember the Viking 2.0.
That's right. It's got. I think I'll be looking at it. That's going to be getting revived. We're going to be going back on that account. I'm going to be doing my readings and different things. I do a lot of singing, so I'll be doing some singing on there, and all the stuff that I do from my social medias will be going to a local charity called Cope, which helps with families in times of need, which my family indeed has been over the last few years. And it helps them with things like cookers, microwaves, all that sort of stuff, like, you know, furnishings for low-income families. So that's what I'm going to do. And of course my marathons, and I believe one more fight. So I think I may have one more fight in me, but do I make that a paranormal thing? Or
there's a massive line. Not to hit you, I meant like you could choose from. Sorry, that came out really wrong.
But I didn't know whether we get Big Mark in there for a couple of rounds. That'll be good, like, you know.
Big Mark. He's a little Mark now. He's lost 4 stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
mega, like. How long's that taking him?
since March, I believe. So
Wow.
yeah.
Everybody's doing the fitness thing at the minute, aren't they? And getting. Oh, she's saying no to the fight.
You've been told.
Against the one. That pussy would never even come anywhere near me, man. Excuse the language.
I keep seeing posts from a particular person that they're returning to the paranormal, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's all good. Let them crack on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
A bad
can
fart
come back.
always comes back around at some point.
Remember the fundraising marathon? Yeah, Ryan's done loads of charity work. Obviously done lots of marathons, raised money for various charities over the years. I've helped him with a few items, a few of my beanies, sent to his way. But you have done an awful lot. You used to do them on TikTok, I remember, which
That's
is
right.
really good to give back to the community, and that's good.
I don't think many people really are, apart from his ego. But he's like a super fan. But anyway, he's too busy. He's too busy pumping his manager at his work anyway behind his wife's back. Oh, but anyway, anyway, anyway. Well, no. At the end of the day, I'm not naming names, but if the anchor wants to give me the threats and things that he's done in the past, then we could always settle in the ring. But I think he's too busy tripping over his lips.
Fuck
There you
me.
go.
Oh dear. So let's get on to something else. Do you see? There you go. Behave. Do you see your mediumship gift as a curse? Because some people do see it as a curse sometimes. If it's too much all the time, and I will ask this also, because I mean you may correct me in this. I don't know. You've been out of paranormal for quite a while now. Does that mean you've stopped connecting to the other side, or obviously we've just not seen you do anything like that? That's all.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. I'd love it to be MMA. One of them straight in the... Anyway, yeah. I mean, I have been out for quite some time. I've dipped my toes in and out doing the different podcasts just to sort of keep my head above water.
yeah.
Pardon me. I've had another brain fart, Mickey. What was the question?
Uh, Obviously, Ali's a medium. He thinks it could be a curse. Yeah, because you've not.
Oh, sorry.
If you've not been in the paranormal field for a while, does it mean you switch off from the connections, or are they still there every day, knocking on the door while you're eating your breakfast, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have lots of things happening all the time. I still have lots of bits and pieces coming at me, like especially when I'm in public, especially when I'm talking to a friend in an emotional time. Of course, losing my mother-in-law recently, I've been around obviously the funeral, and I've been around friends and family during that time before and after. So I pick up things around them, but it still very much happens. I don't think it ever stops. I've heard some mediums talk about how when they want to switch off, they zip themselves up inside a banana and stuff like that. Behave yourself. Just tell them that's enough. I'm not working. The thing is when you're here in the physical, you're the same person. When you pass the spirit, you're the same person. You're the same character. I always reference it, not necessarily 100% true, just my explanation of saying that it's kind of a little bit like you're just a little bit more worldly wise when you cross over, because you see how it all works and stuff, of course. But you're essentially the same person. So why would you go in anywhere or do anything? You would just speak to them in a normal way. So I just say to them, I'm not wanting to work. I don't want to connect.
There's a question for you. Yeah.
I do struggle with that. I can feel, when you're around a friend and that friend is upset, maybe they've lost a boyfriend or something like that, and they're crying their eyes out, and you get that feeling in here, don't you? You get that pull at your heartstrings because it's sad.
Yeah.
I get that constantly. I must admit, I do actually struggle with that. I pick up. I'm empathic, of course, so I pick up a lot of energy, and that can be good or bad, quite a lot. So I really do struggle with emotion, especially when it's kids. If there's any connection to kids or anything like that, that really tugs at me.
Yeah. So obviously you said you're coming back to do your mediumship. Is there any locations that you'd like to do that you haven't, or maybe return to
Well,
investigate again?
yeah. When I very first did public ghost hunt, it was a place called Sunderland Air Museum.
I've
So
heard of that one. Yeah.
yeah, I'm going to hook up with Liam and Michelle from Michelle's Spooky Stories and a few other people and go and revisit. I think I'm taking my wife as well because she came on the first public event with me. So we kind of want to go back to where it all started and see if we can get similar things or better happen again.
Yeah.
So that keep your eyes out for that one.
Nice. Have you ever thought about writing a book about everything?
Yeah, I have, but in all honesty, I'm very scared to do that, and I have been working a fair bit over the years on it. Will it ever get finished? I hope so. But yeah, I find, especially, I had quite a traumatic childhood, so I find it very difficult talking about that.
Yeah. Again, you can watch that in my Dad's Lads Kebabs podcast. Very in
Episode 2.
depth. Episode 18. I'm sure it's
18.
18.
Sorry, is that
18.
the one?
I'm
Yes,
sure
yes.
it is.
You get me confused.
Sally's getting a big hug from me. You'll have to wait.
Thanks. Well, I tell you what, I reckon you should come to that one too. So
What's
I'll get it sorted out for a date and then a date, bromance date. But we'll get you up there and come and join us on it. It'd be good.
we need to connect with the lad in the helicopter?
So that there in the Air Museum, they had this big helicopter, like a huge Chinook thing, like and it's got obviously the tail propeller. Now this thing is huge, like massive. It's the size of this wall easily behind me. And as we
Yeah.
walked past it, it started spinning. And it was only turning at first like this, and then you could see with the momentum it was just getting quicker and quicker until it was doing like that sort of speed. And we recorded it on video, so that's on Spirit Finders UK.
I get a headache.
He's got me with him. I'll keep an eye on him. He'll be all right.
Hey, I went to Scotland the other month. What are you on about?
Yeah, you invaded.
I invaded my ancestors' home. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
Scottish, by the way, just saying.
they always
But
say
no,
I'm quarter Scottish. I'm half Scottish. No,
no,
pal, you're either Scottish or you're no.
my, I don't speak it, and my accent's terrible.
Why did a Scotsman pretend to be a Scotsman?
I don't know. So I forgot you were on tonight, Ryan. Sorry.
Oh, shocking. Shocking,
NT,
mate.
hello.
That's Neil Tyndall.
Okay.
Neil is the captain of my darts team that we play for. So, I think he actually popped up once before.
I think so. I'm full Scottish.
It was funny because when I filmed for
Okay,
Spook
okay.
Scotland, they said, and tonight we have Ryan Griffiths because obviously I wasn't continuing as a medium. Oh wait, I just released which TV show that was, but because they billed me as a Highland expert. So that's how they billed me on the show, was as the Highlands foremost expert.
But you were on one episode of them because I've seen it
Mm.
on Discovery. Yeah.
On yeah, but that's what they did. They had me on that. My show was the pilot, and then of course I got ill and I couldn't continue.
I mean, 2 minutes onto the dance.
Yeah, but he hit a 180 the other week, like, so he did all right.
Ah, awesome.
Oh,
Dundonian.
ugh. I mean, you're fantastic. Dundonians are fantastic, of course. It's not your fault.
Where are you from, Ryan? In Scotland.
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 The, my
Racist.
my wife's cousin was at like Butlins or something like that. They were sitting in the audience, and they get the kids up every now and again. They took the fucking kid up, and his name is Barry. He goes up and they say, "Barry, where are you from?" And he goes, "England."
England.
Yeah,
Free
the way
syllable.
they went, England.
To the
I'm
tune.
from Shetland. I'm a Shetlander, but I lost my accent because when I was younger, I played semi-pro football in Glasgow, so I was in there for a lot of years, and that's where I get my accent from.
It's a Glaswegian.
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
So, do you like going on public events as a whole, or do they pick on you because you're a medium, as it were, and they think, "Oh, go
I
to
love
him"?
them.
You do,
I
yeah.
do love them. I won't admit. I will admit that I do love a public event. Um, yes, I do feel it's certain ones, not all of them, but some of them you will get those, like where people just won't listen to the hosts. They'll just want to talk to the medium. They just want the medium. Give me the medium. And then almost everybody is a medium that night. You know, they'll come up to you and they'll say, I'm a medium, I'm a medium. So there's all that. And then there's also the element of, if I'm honest, when I was at my height and doing public events, I was getting rather bored of them. Now, people might go, oh, you can't say that. Yes, I can, because I'm only a human being. When you do things repetitively and you're not really doing it for you, you're doing it, it's just, you're kind of like a performing monkey
Yeah,
sometimes,
yeah, yeah.
you know. And like you say, it does wane on you after a while when people keep saying, what do you pick up around me? What do you pick up around me? It's like, just let me enjoy it.
Yeah. So Ali's family moved.
I know Bearsden and Mulgai, yeah.
Where's-
Now,
can't-
a lot of people read that as Millingavi, but it's actually Mulgai. That's how you pronounce it, Mulgai.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, Scottish
Typical
lesson for us all.
Scottish. We just have to be awkward.
Yeah. Amazing, gent. We shall be in Wales this week. Yep. Ali's going to Wales on Thursday. I'm going next week.
Oh, what are you doing?
I am off
Oh, can you
for
not?
I'm off for a 3-day road trip with Mark from West London Paranormal, and
Cool.
we have 5 locations that we're filming at. So lots of videos and vlogs coming to the channel
There
very
was a
soon.
pub many, many moons ago in a place called Ilfracombe, I think it is.
Yeah.
And oh my God, what I can't remember it. I wish I could remember the name of the pub, but we were all sitting eating, and while we were sitting eating, the pictures on the wall was rattling behind my head. So there was like a little picture here, and I was sort of
Yeah.
sitting at a dining table, and the
It's
picture
rock.
was doing that.
Oh wow.
And there's another on Clonechy. Don't get me started. Haven't you got a curfew in Dundee?
That's the one.
Only
Oh,
people with trackies and socks pulled over the Bachmanums get to go out after 9 o'clock in Dundee.
I thought that was no. Shout out, Michael. It'll be good, Diane.
It's gonna hate me, like.
Just come on. The best guy's name is Elke
Echo
Facken.
Frecken.
Elke
Echo
Facken.
Frecken. That's the one.
That's an awesome name.
Yeah. I mean, I want to hook back up like the old days. You know where we used to, me and yourself done it a couple of times, where we would jump on the back of other events and just sort of go along for the night and see what's going on and stuff. So I'd like to get back to my roots and do a lot of that. That'd
Yeah.
be quite cool.
We were
But I'm
talking
not
about
going to be
this.
pushing for
The
fame or
mediums.
anything like that.
No. Do you remember that? I was talking about this every week with the mediums podcast I did, and I was discussing a particular night that we were at a location, and it was more spiritual led, wasn't it? The vigils and that. And do you remember they were doing the human pendulum, and everyone was dropping like flies, getting possessed in that room? That was
I know the one you mean now.
yeah. I didn't mention anybody because it's up to them
Mm.
if they want to investigate that way. But
It
you know,
genuinely got to the point that the
There's no one
same
left.
people started promoting us because not much was going on, so they were sort of like throwing us into doing things. And I was like, bit old.
I can't remember. I don't think I filmed that night. I don't think I could have done because
I
I don't
didn't
remember
either.
it. No, because I remember watching you and watching how everybody kept coming to you on the vigils, and the team members weren't doing anything. They were just letting you
Yeah.
run the vigils.
And it just felt like all the pressure. I was supposed to be there as a guest.
Yeah.
Suddenly, I found myself in the team, and then I suddenly found myself taking over the public. Like, so I was sort of like orchestrating the events and stuff. And I was like, and then it just seemed like they kept dropping like flags, like you said. But that actually happens at almost all of their events. You watch the same people.
I think it was just about suggestion. Oh, the spirit's going to walk around the room, and it's when you feel a tap or a nudge, you're going to go down because the spirits have chosen you. And obviously, they put that idea in your head. If any little movement that you feel, skin temperature changing, it's going to spasm, and you think, oh, they've brought me, and in your mind, you're possessed. You're going to be possessed.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I think when the TV shows and stuff, they come in and they never tell the medium. They always say, like, we're gonna keep the medium away or whatever. When I filmed with Jack Osborne, they kept me in the dark. I didn't know where I was going, etc.
See you later, Diane. Thank you.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Tell your pals. But yeah, they don't always tell you everything. I think that with the public, that's how we should treat it too. I think when you take them to a location, of course, they know where they're going, so they can look up the location, sure.
Yeah.
But when they're there with you, don't suggest anything. Don't tell them about what room holds what history. Just take them in. By all means, talk about the ghost stories that happened in the building or whatnot, but let them experience.
Yeah. People do how they feel, I suppose, how they feel they want their night to go, and that's up to them. They're running the event. If you don't like it, you just don't go again. It's quite simple.
Exactly.
Really.
I mean, we can't ridicule them. I mean, I know we sort of poke a wee jib here and there at that sort of thing, but that's meant in jest more than anything. They're welcome to do that. If that's what they love, let them get on with it.
Exactly. So guys, we'll be wrapping up very soon. Any last comments for Ryan? Please put them in so he can answer them very honestly, as he's done so far. It starts extending history. I run away so I don't hear it. Okay.
Well, you see, that's another thing. It pops up a lot. Is a lot of people say, "I'm sick of hearing these paranormal investigators on the TV shows getting scared and running off." But the thing is we're only human. What are you going to do when you're in the dark, you can't see, and you hear a bang? Let's see you stand still. These things happen, so yeah, it is annoying when you have screeching and running and all that, but people get naturally scared and you react in the moment, don't you?
Of course you do, and if you're not used to it, you don't know what's going on. People are only scared at things they don't understand,
That's right.
And until you do, you're always going to act quite similar. But
thank you.
That's
it.
But yeah, just before we go, Jedburgh Jail. Let's just discuss that door for those that haven't watched the first episode of this.
So, you mean cell block?
Cell block.
Cell 18.
Yeah, you sent me the footage, didn't you?
Yes.
I believe.
I don't know. With the footage, like, so I got into the room. Not a lot was happening. It was a public event. It was kind of what you might call a dead night. There wasn't a great deal of activity, which does happen. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a chair. I'm going to sit in the most haunted cell block of the most haunted jail in the area. And I was sitting there and I'm thinking, okay, much similar to I am now. I'll just close my eyes and see what happens. And just in front of me, they had a Ouija board. The public were using that to see if they could get any responses. And I was using myself like a battery. And I'm just connecting with spirit. I'm just sort of saying, look, if there's any spirit there, please come, communicate with us on the board in front. Before I knew it, I could feel this spirit energy coming in behind me. And before I knew it, my eyes closed. I felt like I could feel myself slipping a little bit, which happens when you do trance mediumship. And on the video, I can't remember how much of the video I sent you, but you can see my face goes all withdrawn. I'm growling. My feet are sort of turning like this in the seat. They asked me asked the spirit what their name is, and I can't remember the name offhand, but the name that I was spelling out as spirit the same name was spelling out at exactly the same time, right in front of me on the Ouija board. Now, what I also have to stress is the people using the board were not connected to me in any shape or form. They were paying members of the public. There was no team on it. There was no friends of mine on it. They were all members of the public. And the exact same name. So, for argument's sake, maybe I said my name was Miki. And every time when I went M, the board spelled M. But you're going to say that, well, of course, the people using it heard you say it and moved to that letter. It happened at exactly the same time. So they videoed that and they videoed me, and exactly the same time the board and me say the same thing. And then I started going crazy, attacking everybody, and you see me fly out the door and land on the ground. And one of the teammates, who's an amateur boxer who stands like 6'4", he had to drag me up out the room, and then I just walk off into darkness. It's crazy, like it's just a crazy, crazy video.
Yeah.
Mickey may post that sometime.
If you'd like me to.
I mean, you can watch it.
Obviously, it's your footage. You know, your copyright material. So if you're good with that, I don't mind.
Oh, of course
yeah.
I am. Of course I am. Why not? These are things that, when you talk about these stories and people go, "Oh my God, I can't believe that happened." Well, go look, go watch it.
Yeah, cool.
And for legal reasons, if Mickey should ever share that particular footage of Jedburgh Castle Jail that involved me flying out a door and getting dragged up a hallway, he's good to go, by my approval.
That's good then. So we've got a question here from Gayla. Ryan, where outside the UK would you like to visit?
1,000,000% Alcatraz. That is just the number one for me. That's number one. But if you've got a haunted location and you live in a foreign country, hit me up. I might come over. I'm going to America next year, so that'll be interesting.
Well, keep on doing what you're doing. 100% real deal. Oh.
Appreciate that, matey.
Jedburgh's a lovely place. Love the borders, especially Melrose.
Yeah. It is a beautiful, beautiful area. And of course, yeah, hopefully I get a hookup. I actually should probably end up working quite a lot with Michelle over the coming year or two, because we're going to do lots of different locations.
Yeah. Cool.
And the return of Fear of That podcast is coming back as well.
Stay tuned for that, people. So
Yes.
another question. You ever been someplace and thought, I'm never going back there again?
The village in Mansfield.
Not because you're scared or because it's just not open.
Is it shit?
Oh.
No, in all honesty, it's just not open. It is a bloody shame. In all fairness, all joking aside, Sally says the name was Warren of the Spirit at the Jedburgh.
Jedburgh, yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't think there is.
Too late, Jen. Thank you.
I'm all for going back to places. Love you, Jen. Take care. I'm all for going back to places because you can sort of look at the evidence that you captured the first time round, and you can sort of then compare notes.
So your wife would like to go to the Dole Island. Can I come? Island
Yeah,
of the
I'd love to
Doles in
go.
Mexico. That's my number one on my bucket list.
We're
Obviously.
going Texas. We're going Texas. So
Yeah?
yeah, that's where we're going, man. I'm looking forward to it.
But some great places
Yeah.
in Texas.
Do you know, I want to take this, because I know we're winding up, I want to take this wee moment just to thank my wife and my son Raven. As just, they've been fantastic legends. They've stuck by me, they believed in me, they kept pushing me forward. Sally would say to me, I said not so long ago, fuck the paranormal, I'm not doing none of this, I'm not doing none of that. And she kept saying to me, yes, you will. And a great famous legend, Derek Acora, some have their mixed feelings on that, and that's fine. But he once said that my name would be in lights in America and it would be huge and I'd do all that. If that happens, brilliant. But I'm just going to take every day as it comes and enjoy what I have. And that is my absolutely amazing, beautiful wife and kid. And knowing all you amazing people too.
That's awesome, man.
I'm just prepping the wife for Monday night football. Like that's all it is.
Yeah, football's back. The asylum in
Yeah,
the USA for sure.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Completely wrong with Doll Island. Mark loves
Yeah, it's a
dolls.
bit.
Not.
It's a bit like But I want to see that clown place. You know, when Zach went to that in his show, he went to that clown museum, was it?
The Clown Motel.
I'd love to go there. Yeah.
Funny you should say that because next week's guest has been there a few times. Carl Hutchinson. The return of Carl used to be a guest of ours on UK Haunted Live back in the day. The person who lives in Las Vegas who hangs out with the Ghost Adventures crew. So,
Yes.
yes, it is.
Everything happens for a reason. Everything
Yeah.
happens for a reason.
So
What a
stay tuned
perfect
for
name.
next week. Yeah.
Don't miss it. If you haven't done it already, hit that bell. Hit that bell there, so and subscribe. But make sure you know what's going on with Mickey because he's got lots happening.
Yeah, the Alamo.
Really good.
Yeah, there's probably loads of stuff in Texas.
I've I've done quite a bit of history on the Alamo. I'm quite well versed in like the West and different things like that. And yeah,
Yeah, Derek
Derek
was
was a
lovely.
lovely, well, very misunderstood as well.
Yeah, I know his wife, but I never had the opportunity to meet Derek, unfortunately.
Well, I can tell you a little funny story about
Sucking
Derek really
bollocks.
quickly. No, no, I just love you. That's all it is. But
Oh,
yeah, the funny story with Derek, I was getting interviewed by him once, and he said to me, like, he said, "Sorry, Ryan." He said, "The signal keeps going weird." He said, "We'll just fix this behind the scenes." And he was getting really angry with it because it kept messing up the signal. And you just see Gwen come in, and she slaps him playfully.
yeah.
She just goes like that, and she says, "No, Derek," she says, "I'm telling you," she said, "behave yourself." You know, but the reason I mention it is because Sally's very much like that with me. She keeps me right.
Mm,
Derek and Gwen had the same relationship and probably still do, even though
yeah.
he's passed.
I'm sure he's there every day.
Oh yes.
Clan
Yes, I
Motel.
can't wait, Michelle. I can't wait.
Jade from Ghost Club Paranormal has investigated there.
I thought you said has entered here. I read that wrong.
See you soon, guys. Great show. Looking forward to seeing what you both come out.
Yes, we will work again together. Don't you worry about that.
See you later, mate.
We will. Good to
I
be
am
in
going to
Vegas
be in
next
Las
time.
Vegas next year for a night or two. Go to the Haunted Museum and let me know what it's like.
I will be. Yeah, I'm going to go there too.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Mickey Ryan. Looking forward to hearing more of your journeys.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tracy.
Tracy.
It's the
I
same.
want to
Thank you,
check out
guys.
places in Romania. Be careful what time of year you go to Romania.
Mm.
It's not the bears and wolves you got to be careful of. It's the people.
Oh, there it is.
My aunt
Have you
is
seen Hostel?
Romanian. So, huh?
I said, have you seen Hostel?
I said, yeah, yeah. So great places, Romania. One on my list, but been there, done it already. Oh, the museum. Oh, yeah, you have, haven't you? All right then. Gwen, bless her. Spookfest 2012 worked with him, down to earth.
Yes,
Yeah,
she is. She is.
I met her
But
last
she's
year.
no nonsense.
No, she won't like she's 100% behind Derek, which is lovely to see. It's good to see support from your partner, isn't it? Awesome.
That's it. I
Yeah,
mean, Sally has supported me since day one.
yeah.
Um, she was at the very first mediumship night that I went to, and the medium came on and gave me 7 messages, one after the other from Spirit, and she says to me, I could talk to you all night. And at the end of it, it was Sally that pushed me forward to go and speak to the medium, which then led me to go on to sitting in a circle and doing different things like that.
Mm. Oh wow. So we're going to wrap this up, guys. As I said, any questions, get them in now. Ryan, how can people contact you if you are going to be available again for to be contacted on social media? Anyway.
If you'd like to speak to me, the best way to do it is on Facebook. It's got a picture of me as a little boy, a little mini me with a little shirt and tie on and all that. Ryan Griffiths on Facebook. If you go on to TikTok, it's the Viking 2.0. You can't miss me. You can see my face clear as day on there. Um, it's suave as ever. And if you go on to Instagram, it's at Ryan Griffiths TV, and X is exactly the same at Ryan Griffiths TV. Just
Awesome.
add TV at the end of my name, and there I am.
You find him. So it's flown by. We've had some awesome chats and revelations. It's been really good connecting with an
Loved
old
it.
friend, and it's been absolutely great. Thank everybody who's watched, who's been here commenting, who is going to watch this on catch up. Leave your comments. What's the best bit? Do you know Ryan? Have you filmed with him? Has he given you a reading? Let us know in the
Yeah,
comments.
do it. I'm not one of these that share much about my reviews and stuff, but I have got a whole heap of them that, yeah, I have loads of good reviews because I pride myself on Arthur Findlay's motto of being true to yourself. You know, and so when I do my mediumship, I don't really need to showboat it. And some people say, why don't you promote yourself more? Because I don't need to. Just do me. You know?
Yeah. And that is all you got to say.
That's it.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much, Ryan. You've been a pleasure,
Pleasure.
as always, man. Until the next time. See you in a bit.
Let's see if this one lasts 10 months.
I know. See you later, man.
See you.
So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Ryan, gentleman as ever. Awesome person to work with in the paranormal. One of the best. And yes, get ready for his comeback very, very soon. Stay tuned to social media. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share this, tell all your friends. As I've already said, we've got Carl Hutchinson on the show next week, 7:30 Tuesday night. So I will see you guys then. See you later.